How's it going, everybody? Today we are checking out Windrose. Now this is a PvE pirate survival video game where we can of course build, craft and explore alone in offline mode, in co-op with our friends, or we can join an open server. At the moment this is a demo, the full game is not yet released, but the demo is very popular. I think that at a certain point the demo had over 20,000 active players, and for a demo that is pretty crazy. But we are going to pick up today just as we shipwrecked on this island. Alright, check it right out. This looks sweet, and it looks like we actually start off with a sword. And we also have a pistol, but we don't have any bullets. We have to hold Alt to aim. But we don't have any bullets and we don't have gunpowder either. There is a ship all the way in the back there. And check it out. This is the island that we've been shipwrecked on. And let's see here. Do we have a map? We do have a map. We can see the ship that's on the sea there. And then we also have a couple of different question marks that we can explore on the island here. But it says that our first quest is to light a bonfire. Naturally, to make the bonfire we needed some resources like wood, so I ran around and gathered a few things. I even found some peppers in the woods to munch on, but as soon as I gathered enough crafting materials, I chose a nice spot to try and build the bonfire. So if we press B, here we go, we should be able to put down a bonfire. Let's put it here on the beach. Here we go. And check it out. The bonfire is the heart of your camp. Without it, most workbenches and crafting stations won't function, alright? This is the place where you can rest and get the rested effect that improves your stamina recovery rate, alright? And it looks like we can build a workbench, and then we can also build a cooking station. Let's try and do this. So we can make some num-nums. Check it out. And then I don't think we have enough resources for the workbench, but we just need a tiny bit of wood. So I think we should be able to find some wood on the beach here. There's a bunch of it around. So if we can collect another 3-4 pieces, we should be able to make a workbench as well. And then what are we going to be able to make at the workbench? Hopefully some equipment, because right now we just have like a skirt and a shirt and this bandana, and that's about it. Which I presume are not going to help us all that much. Let's see here. If we take a look in our inventory, we have the headband, right? Which is a common item. It's got 90 defense though. So does our shirt, our gauntlets, our skirt. Okay, so everything here has 90 defense. But I'm guessing we're going to be able to find or make better armor. But for right now, let's see if we can build that workbench. So again, if you press B... I don't want this though. Hold on. B. How do I switch? Here we go. Open the catalog and we can build the workbench. Whoa, this thing is huge. We just have it facing the sea. Check it out. And let's see. What can we make here? Oh yeah, check it out. We can make a ton of things. We can make rope, bandages, bullets. Alright, for our pistol. Nails. A bag. Ooh, we definitely need a bag. But for the bag we need fabric. And then rope as well. I definitely wanted to make a backpack, and as luck would have it, we could easily gather all the materials that we needed from the woods. So I gathered a couple of things and then went back to our camp, but as it turns out, something followed me back to the camp. Whoa, what is that? 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 It's a boar just attacking me, seriously? I just got here, bud. Oh my god, and I'm... Okay, that's not gone well. Damn it. Is my stuff still here? Oh, my stuff is still here. Alright, that's good. Right. So when we get wrecked, we lose everything that we looted, but we keep our sword, our pistol, and then our armor as well. That was unfortunate. That piglet just came out of nowhere and jumped me as I was trying to mess about with our crafting thingy-mabobs. Check him out. Check him out. Oh, we're gonna take this guy down. Or maybe not, but we'll try and see what's gonna happen here. Oh, brother. Let me recover my things. Here we go. Pick up our stuff. And let me see. How do I dodge? That's jump. What is that? I can't pick it up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got it. I got it. I got it. You're going down, bud. Oh. Oh, nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Oh my god. Oh, that's not gone well. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. So you get... Oh my god. Okay, let me try and figure this out really fast. Oh, that's not gone well. Right, that's... No. Okay, I know how to dodge now, kind of. That's what you get. I gotta cheese it. It's level 3 and I'm just level 0. Or level... Oh my god. I wish my pistol had some bullets, because if we had a couple of shots, we would have been able to take this guy down a long time ago. There we go. Oh, and check it out. We got so many resources. Meat, tough hide, boar husks. Alright. Well, it only took me like 25 tries, but we managed to take it down. But yeah, let's see here. It looks like we have to build a tent as well. So if we go into our building panel here, we should be able to put down a tent. Never mind, we need some wood for the tent, which we should be able to find on the beach here. It is now almost nighttime. I spent most of the day fighting that boar. But check it out. We have a ton of wood in the forest here, so we should be able to find enough to make a tent. And I think the tent is going to be our respawn point. Oh, no way. Another boar? Run away. Hopefully it's not going to follow us. But I think we have enough wood to make a tent as well. Let's see here. If we press B, that's a workbench. Let's go for the tent here. Here we go. We're gonna put it right here in front of the bonfire. I don't know which way though. Where's the entrance? Here, hopefully. Check it out. Set revival point. Alright, nice. I did get a bunch of rope or a bunch of fibers. So we should be able to make some rope and then try and make this sailcloth bag. We just need fabric and then we need some rope. So we should be able to make the fabric here. Right, craft. And then make the rope. I don't know how much rope do we need. Oh, here we go. We can make it. And how do I take this? Take all. And if we go into our inventory, our backpack is right down here. A torn sailcloth bag. A backpack full of holes. Full of holes, but quite spacious. Alright. Alright, let's see. Can we also cook that boar meat that we got earlier? We can make some skewered meat here. We can craft it. And it looks like it's instant. We don't have to wait for it to cook. We just press craft and it's just gonna drop down here, which is nice. So we can take all. And then if we look in our inventory once again, the meat should be right over here. Use item. Here we go. And that has increased our HP. And we should not be hungry anymore. Alright. Now our next objective was to craft ourselves some armor, but to do that we had to build an armor workbench, which only worked if it had a roof over it. So I gathered a bunch of materials, crafted the workbench, and then built, some walls and a roof over our workbench. But since I am, well, terrible at base building, this is what our base looked like. Alright, I'll be the first one to admit this is not the best looking base that you'll ever see, but at the... Oh, what's happened here? Yeah, that don't look good. Right. As I was saying, I'll be the first one to admit that I'm not very good when it comes to making bases, but at the very least we now have a roof, so we should be able to use our armor station, which I did put, a weird direction. I was trying to line it up with this one so they're both the same, but one is facing this way and the other one is facing that way, so that's unfortunate. But we should now be able to make some armor. We can make boots, gloves, a bandana, we can make pants, and then we can also make a survivor's jacket. But for all of these we are going to need some hide, which we can get from the boars, right? Ooh, this is gonna be a tiny bit tough because the boars are no joke. It doesn't seem like there's that big of a difference in between our gear and this gear that we can craft. Our stuff has 90 defense and this stuff here has 100, so not that huge of a difference, but let's go out. Let's try and find some boars, take them out, and try and make all this stuff here, which is easier said than done because the boars are probably going to kick our behind. We once again had to go up against those boars, which were pretty tough as we saw earlier, so I was kinda hoping to find some crafting materials at those question marks. As we've seen earlier, there were quite a few different ones on the map, and there was stuff there we could loot around, but I didn't find any crafting materials. I did find one bullet though, which was nice because we could now try out our pistol. Alright, let's see how good this pistol is. I found a couple of bullets in a chest, and we're gonna try and see if we can take down a boar with the pistol. I guess we're gonna have to get pretty close here since this is a flintlock pistol, but let's see. Oh, that did no damage whatsoever. What the heck? Right. And I presume it's gonna take forever to reload it. No bullets or gunpowder. Oh, did I just found one bullet? We still have gunpowder, but we don't have any more ammunition. Well, that's unfortunate. Back to the sword it is. I thought it was gonna do a lot more damage. Oh. Let's try and go on the beach here because there's a bit more space and hopefully we're gonna be able to dodge the piglet. Oh, here we go. I'm kinda getting the hang of the melee system here a little bit. I'm not very good at it, but I can kinda hold my own. To some degree. Here we go. I think we should almost have it. Or maybe not. Out of stamina. Oh, no way. You know when I said that I was kinda getting the hang of it? Well, as it turns out, I'm not. Luckily, we are right next to our base here. Creeper! Let me get my stuff back here. And let's see, how many resources do we have on us here? We have quite a few things, including 7 pieces of rough hide. And I think we need 11 if we want to make the entire set. So let's try and see if we can find another boar or a couple more boars here just so we can craft that entire set, because I'm hoping that with a bit more defense we're gonna hold our own a bit better against the enemies that we can find out here in the wild or in the jungle. I'll be honest, it took me quite a bit of time to gather all the supplies that we needed to craft some armor, mostly because those boars were really tough, but as soon as I gathered everything, I headed back to the base to do some crafting. Alright, and here we are back at our very beautiful base here, and let's see, now that we have a bunch of supplies, can we make some better armor for ourselves? We can make the boots, right, so we can craft this, we can make the gloves, we can make the hat, we can also make the pants, and then we should be able to make the jacket as well. Here we go. Let's equip everything as well, so we do this, and then we do that. We can also equip these guys right over here. The boots. And then where are our pants? Right over here. And check it out. This is our new outfit. And hopefully... Oh, hold on. Time out. We've been running around fighting piglets and whatnot. And this is all the experience that I got? That's nothing. What the heck? I was hoping that we were, you know, a bit closer to level 2, but that's all the experience that we managed to gather so far. Well, after crafting some armor, I also crafted some bullets so we can make these stone bullets, and after that I decided to tear down our base, just destroy everything, and then use 100% of my brain capacity and try and build a proper base. Like, I put down some foundations and everything, and this is how it looked after I gave it my best shot. Alright, well, I did try my absolute best here. It's still not, you know, the best looking base in the world, but for one, this time around it's straight. I've also put, you know, the workbenches in somewhat of an alignment kind of here. They're all facing the right way and they're right next to each other, and we have some small stairs here, and I'm just trying to finish up the roof, which is we just need to place down a few more of these panels. It's not going to be the roof. If I am going to play more of this, the plan is to make this a second level, just so we can, you know, kind of hide away from any and all enemies that could attack us. So we're going to do Yeah, we're gonna do this. Check it out. So this is gonna be the second level of our base here. And the plan is to put a bed up there. Let me just do this. Here we go. The plan is to put a bed up here. Just so we can have like a spot where we can take a nap. I think we can make beds as well, right? I think I've seen storage and beds right up here. So we'll have a bed. And then we are definitely going to need a roof over the bed. Oh yeah, check it out. We need a roof here as well. So we're gonna build up this area as well, make a roof, and then down here we're gonna chill out, and over here we are going to build stuff for ourselves. I presume we're gonna be able to build a lot more things. That's the wrong button. If we go over here, we have like a lot of different things that we can make, including a label or a sign. A sign for captains, alright. But for right now, we are actually going to oh, check this out. We can make shelves. No way. We can put it here. And then have stuff on the shelves, maybe. We don't have any more resources, though. That's pretty cool. Alright. But yeah, I've actually made some bullets as well over here at the crafting station. We can make stone bullets right here. So what we're gonna do, we are going to go out in the wild here, and we are going to see if we can find some zombies and take them down. I actually see some right down here. But yeah, I think the base looks a lot better now. It's still just like a box, but if I try my hardest, I might be able to make it look somewhat decent, but that's a big if. Well, let's see here. Can we take down these zombies? The pistol, as we've seen, does not do a lot of damage, and there are two of them here, so I might want to try and attract one towards me. Luckily, they cannot run by the looks of it. Alright, here we go. This guy's gonna come this way. And hopefully we're gonna be able to take it down. I am curious to see what kind of loot they have for us. But I think that right there is their top speed. Maybe not. They can run pretty fast as well. How do I reload? I don't know how to reload. I definitely have more bullets. Time out, guys. Time out. Time out. I've made a grave mistake here. I don't know how to reload. Stone bullets. Put them over here. Here we go. Here we go. And now we should be able to blast some more, hopefully. What the heck? Did I just... You know when I said that I made some bullets? As it turns out, I made... one bullet. I made one bullet, and then I made 5 more, and I put them in my inventory instead of my pistol. Alright, let's see. Which guy did we blast here? This one or this one? This one here. Hey, bud. Can you face this way? What if we get really close here? Is this going to do a lot more damage? Oh, I think it does do a bit more damage if we get really close. Alright, this guy is running. Whoa! That's not gone well. Luckily, we do get to, we get to keep our tools. Here we go. So when we reload like this, we cannot run. Whoa, he's destroying stuff. Here we go. The sword is not really doing anything, if I'm gonna be honest. I wonder if we can craft better swords as well. Oh. Oh, we can block. I've forgotten. We can block as well. There we go. That's some good damage right there. I think we should be able to take this guy down. Oh, stop reloading. Stop. How do I stop? How do I stop? Alright, so it looks like he doesn't run forever. What? Let me just, I'll do this. Here we go, we got him, we got him. So what do they drop us? Scallop? That's it? Let me recover my things here. What about this guy here? Is he going to give us something better? hopefully he's gonna give us something else, because if they just give us scallops and stuff, they're not gonna be worth fighting. Here we go. I think that's all of our bullets. Oh, no more stamina. Oh, no more stamina. Run. Ooh, that was close. There we go. We got him. And he dropped us an undead essence. What do we do with that? It's for alchemy. All right. And there we have it. We are going to stop here for today. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video. I hope you have enjoyed. In case you did, be sure to drop some stuff and things down below. And I will see you in the next video.